Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to That's So Bro Season 3, and today we have a... Rhythma. What?
Well, I was about to say a very special guest, but yeah, a very special Rhythma, yeah.
A very special Rhythma. Hi, Mr. Rhythma, how are you?
Hello.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Rhythma Hiravardhana. Should I look at the camera?
Yeah, you can look whenever you want.
Please, sir, your attention here.
I'm Rhythma Hiravardhana, and I'm a singer. And yeah, just chilling.
Mr. Nihal from our school would have really loved that speech.
Yeah.
Please give a MySpace speech. My name is Rhythma. I am a singer.
See, that's why I chose to sing and not speak.
But how cool is that your name is so close to the word rhythm? I mean, it's like destiny. You're like supposed to sing, right? Rhythma, the rhythm maker.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they actually probably thought of the right name, and yeah.
I just love that name. Rhythma is so cool.
Before we start, Yoshan, Rhythma, we also have our first sponsor for our entire podcast series. So a special shout out to our sponsor for today's podcast.
It is Rowler.
There you go.
Thank you, Rowler, for giving us some very much needed money.
Rowler is your one-stop shop for all your hair care and beer care needs. If you need anything done, please go check them out. Thanks, Yoshan.
Yeah.
Fantastic endorsement. All right, back to you, Rhythma.
So we'll start from the basics.
Yes.
What are your influences? Like, who are the people who have influenced you in your career?
I mean, I think I've got a lot of influence from because my parents. Although they weren't singers, they were able to sing. So from that, I think from small days, lullabies and like
Understood.
those. And also, I think from their influence, I've been exposed to a wide range of music because I mean, especially Sinhalese music as well. And so my mom used to be mom is more into like the
Baila.
not Baila, how do you say it? Like the Three Sisters and that kind of genre.
Okay.
And also the English numbers like ABBA and Evage. My dad, on the other hand, was he was more influenced by, or like more, he leaned more towards the classics. Like, the like Amaradeva.
Yes.
I'm just stuttering. Why am I stuttering? Why am I nervous?
Because you're going through nostalgia, brother.
Yeah. Okay. Let it flow.
You're living the moment, bro.
Let it flow. Let it flow.
Okay. So, yeah, Amaradeva, Sunil Edrisinghe, the likes, and then also a lot of Hindi music at that time. He was
So your dad was the Hindi music influence. I thought it came from your mom.
No, Dad. He used to actually cut classes and apparently go and watch movies and stuff like that. So
I think my dad and your dad would have been friends.
My mom and your dad would have been friends. My dad does not.
My dad has cut a lot of classes apparently.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I got inspired. Anyway.
to what?
So your dad got you into Sinhala music.
I was exposed to those, and also like Natya, Nurti music, that sort of. Because I think when I was growing up in the 90s, as 90s kids, we were, it was not widely available. It had to come to us. The only you had to actually find it,
yeah.
And on radio or on TV, you have to actually spot it. Otherwise, you won't. It's not so easy. Like it's not just readily available like it is now.
Yeah.
Right, you have to actually remember the name of the song.
Oh yeah.
Now it's not the case. So
now it's just it's one click and that Shazam thing just goes boom, 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 boom. All right,
I used to have this thing where you can record off the radio.
Yes.
So you had to wait for the DJ to be like, and the next song is so and so, like, tick. And then that dude is talking in the middle of the song, and you're like, shut up.
Yes. And record from the cassette.
Yes.
Record from the cassette.
I still have a cassette with a bunch of RJs randomly talking and then the song.
Oh, yeah.
You still have those?
I probably have somewhere in my house,
I think my mom would have destroyed them.
I don't have a player though, but yeah.
I thought that's how MP3 player works, dude. Like, because you could plug it into the computer and then download a song. I didn't know that option was there. So what I used to do is, whenever some song used to go on the radio, I used to just hit record and just go. I got it. So everything, it sounded terrible because there's all the noise and everything else.
There's all the noise there.
Shit.
Man, nostalgia.
Yeah, I know, right?
So before we started this podcast, I was telling Amanda that you came from a English speaking school, an international school, and then you got into Sinhala music. But then you told us that you had more Sinhala backing before you came to your private education. Do you want to tell us more about that?
Yeah, I think I'm one of those confused kids who doesn't have like 100% knowledge in Sinhala or nor in English. So
join the club, bro.
it's more in a very somewhere in the middle in that spectrum.
Right.
So Singlish. I'm not very proud of it, but I mean,
it is what it is. It is what it is.
What it is.
Yeah.
You know. It was like I was telling you earlier. It was a culture shock, honestly, to go from. It was initially at President's College, Modabhimanaya, and from scholarship I went to Hypothetical College. And then from there, in grade 8, I went to Lyceum.
Yoshan will ask you this question, all right?
Which house?
That's the question.
Aquila.
Damn it.
What's the question? What's the house?
What about Hasa?
I am Cygnus.
He's Cygnus. What is your house, bro?
Aquila.
What's the animal
The
there?
eagle.
Eagle.
Oh, yeah, that's so much better than whatever your swan thing is.
Bear.
Swan.
Right?
We are peaceful.
Oh yeah, the bear was Ursa.
Ursa. The pink bear.
Pink bear.
We would have this big buff dudes wearing pink t-shirts that says Ursa.
Yeah.
So y'all had the whale, a swan, an eagle, and a bear.
Bear. Oh whale?
Well, Cetus was whale.
Cetus was whale? Oh, okay.
Hey, the more you know, bro.
I only knew my one, so I was like, very proud that I was part of the eagle clan, and I like the color also. Red.
What color you have? Green.
Red.
Oh yeah, y'all want that.
Cool.
What did you have? Yellow.
Yellow. Swan. hey, we were tough.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Let's
What about Hufflepuff? Yeah, sure.
Come back.
Right.
So recently a success of Nadagam 360. Do you want to tell us your experience there?
Yeah, it was actually a very surreal experience. We did not, I personally did not expect what I actually saw that day, to be very honest. Like, it was literally larger than life, and it's a different feeling, and I'm still living through it. And those, whenever you see a story, it's just like, that was. Yeah, it was a moment. Honestly, it was a moment.
But if you could pick one singular moment from that entire experience, what would it be?
One singular moment from that entire experience of Nadagam.
Yeah,
Nadagam.
the 360.
360. Okay. So the first day, actually the entire first day, so we couldn't do a run through.
Okay.
Like we just did sound check. So we couldn't do an entire run through where we would see, the lighting and how everything would work.
Right.
Because we didn't know, it's always the case. It's because we didn't have time. There was a time crunch. It's a lot of people. So, getting the music, the sound sorted. It was a bit of a... so, actually, 10th was the day that we had for the sound check.
Okay.
But then, there was no other option. We had to, add... So, when you had to add another date, it couldn't be the 12th. It had to be the 10th. That was the only day all of us were available. So, that was also one of the reasons. But somehow, so every experience, so walking up there and just singing, everything was very fresh. We did not know what to expect.
Okay.
And the grandeur and I think one moment that I remember specifically was, there were several. I'll just mention all of them.
Yeah.
No problem. We love it.
This guys, this is his favorite one. This is what he remembers. Yeah, go for it, bro.
We love
I
it.
think the moment when Ishan said so that Dara is somehow it has become like the anthem of Nadagam. And halfway through we stopped the music and the instrumentalist will be playing, and then at one point we asked the audience to join us.
Right.
And everybody, all the lights were off, and everybody with the flashlights. It was. Yeah, I happened to compose that song as well. So
wow.
that was a really strange
Goosebumps.
moment. Yeah. And also, just before, like when we were singing Datadara, so when there was a point where, so the first half was actually this, we come on stage and we just sing and bugger off. Yeah. So it was kind of very disconnected and that sort of thing. So the usual Nadagama vibe came halfway through Datadara, when all the lights, all the light bulb, they lit up and the Nadagama sign came down. The first day I did not know that happened. I did not, because I knew that Mithun had told me, this is happening, but to experience that, and obviously I didn't remember because I got caught up with emotions.
Right.
And then suddenly we're looking up and everybody's screaming, and that's how I know, okay, something's going, like something's different.
So in case you don't know, there's this big screen.
Right.
And then underneath the whole Nadagama sign just falls down.
So it was hidden inside there were LED walls like all four sides. So the Nadagama boards were also, there were four. On all four sides, and that was hidden inside. So it slowly came out, and then it lit up.
And then everyone was like, ah!
Yeah,
I mean, I was like, ah!
That was probably just your shout scream, but yeah, 90% of that was.
And then they had these like Christmas lights on the roof, right?
Wow.
Like a yellowish Christmas light.
Right.
So like
wait, those are not Christmas lights, those are Nadagam lights.
Nadagam lights.
Right.
Nadagam light, trademark. So the whole place goes dark.
The Nadagam lights.
I saw
that.
The stadium goes dark.
Right, okay.
Everyone switches on their torch.
Right.
And then the Nadagama sign comes down. And at the same time, the Nadagama lights.
The Nadagam lights, yeah, of course.
They all come on. And you can hear everyone go, ah! Okay, could have been just me, but yeah.
Yeah, and another moment, like a very special moment, was on the second day. At the end, all the artists, a lot of artists who were present that day and who actually were part of Nadagama, like Dinupa, all of them came on stage, Ruini, and like a bunch of them came on stage, and everybody was singing together. Okay. So that was actually a very special, like a very priceless moment, I think. That usually doesn't happen. I think those are like moments.
If you miss Nadagama, man, you are really missing out.
Clearly.
But those are moments for me.
I know. I mean, moments for you. Imagine for us as the audience to see all of it together.
Fair enough.
It's
like literally seeing all your rock stars get on the stage at the same time. No?
Like you said that it was such a big thing. The boat came down. I was in the crowd and I heard screaming, and it was even for us in the audience. It was a big deal. Like most of the things that were done that night. Yeah, so I was at the show, just in case you didn't know. So every time he would randomly wave at the crowd and randomly wave towards where I'm sitting, I'd be like, he's waving at me! It's me! Same school! So that was an amazing experience. I'm sorry that you missed it, bro.
Yeah, fair enough. I will be there for the next one. Day 1 or day 2 is more happening, just so everybody knows.
Come and
find out. Yeah, that's the right answer. So fantastic. See, it's not your first time doing this shit. But I'm assuming, just to get ready for something like this as well, and career-wise, there must be so much pressure riled up on you, because after one success, people only expect a success after a success after a success, or you just get forgotten. And you can't deal with that. I'm assuming the people around you can't deal with that, and your fans can't deal with that, and I know that all that pressure just riles back on you. How do you deal with that?
Well, I have a very controversial, no, not controversial. Like
we love controversy.
Controversial? I put the mic up right there.
Not necessarily controversial. I mean, it's out there. The thing is, as soon as I kind of started my career and kind of reaching that, that peak. I happened to kind of, and that was just in the middle, like just before the what was it? The bombs went off in the
Easter attacks.
Easter attacks happened in 2019. So, and was it? No. Yeah. So somehow during that time, so the gigs were also very low and all of that, and also I was working. I was doing a corporate job and for 8 years before coming and doing that. But I had fun. I had a lot of fun, and it was from the money that I earned from that is how I funded for all the songs that I made. So I kind of I had to face a legal matter in terms of my songs not being able to be performed by me, and the 7 songs were all I had that at that time, and 1 Tamil song.
Right.
So yeah, so and that was a bit of a tricky time, and obviously, so I couldn't. At that time, there was a lot of insecurity. Obviously, you know, what will the world think, and what like that the world will think less of me, and you know that all of that. So that is what exactly happened, and so after that, I guess like you just become numb to that pressure that you get.
Right.
And then you don't succumb to it. I mean, it's not like that you do it. Just I mean, I'm human, but you don't fall as much as you do, and you know it just doesn't give you that. It's. I think I'm in a. Yeah, there's no competition. I don't consider anyone or anything competition. I just like to go on my pace.
Right.
And there was a lot of expectation, honestly, at that time when this incident happened. Also, for me to create music and to come up with to somehow
Revive yourself.
revive myself, and you know, be out there, and just like that, you know, that was not possible. So I took my time. It had to be taken, and it was not a conscious decision. But now, when I look back, I know it was not 4 years that I lost. It was literally just, you know,
learning.
It was a learning curve. So I mean, yeah, life gives you
Shit.
lemons or you make lemonade.
So during this whole thing, did you feel like the whole world was against you?
Yeah, for sure.
So you must have had like a
Not the whole world is against me, Kirani, but like, you know, I wanted to tell my version of the story, because the story that was going on or being said out there was not necessarily the truth or the entire truth. So there was another story. So, you know, yeah, so there's another side of the story, and this is not how. Sometimes I suddenly feel like, no, this is maybe I'm cuckoo, and I'm like delusional to even think. But when I actually think, no, that's not how it happened, because I have so I know that this is how it happened. This is how it is. But yeah, so I've had a lot of self-doubt whether I'm actually made for it. Am I actually a failure? All of those have gone through. So I mean, it's just out there. I think those things are probably. I'm still healing. I'm still in the process of healing. So those are just out there, and I mean, yeah, just going on with whatever I can do.
Do you have any advice for someone who would go through something like this?
Because this is basically imposter syndrome.
Yeah, like imagine like something like this bad happens. I think any other one would have just fallen off the wagon and been like, oh no, I lost everything. But you seem to have bounced back. Anything you would like to share?
I mean, I don't think I can. I'm in a place to give advice, because everybody's journeys are different, and mine happened to be that way.
Okay.
And
then hypothetically, if you had the opportunity to open a door, and on the other side of the door was 4 years ago Ridma, what advice or what words would you tell him to comfort him?
Just do you, boo.
Just do you, boo. That's a t-shirt right there. Just do you, boo.
No, honestly, like I think I wouldn't want to change an ounce of what happened, and because I learned that incident is one of the main reasons that I have become resilient to a lot of things.
Understood.
And also to figure out about the extent that I can, you know, be pushed to. I know it's not a good thing, but now I know at least to a certain extent, I know how much of boundary I have, and a limit that I have, and also there was another thing. No, the fact that like if that's the reason that I have been able to find myself again and be able to actually explore into different areas and try out different things and then fail and then again try out more things and again like feel like not enough, but still try. You know?
So basically, just don't give up, right?
Yeah. And I don't want to change an ounce of how I reacted. I'm glad I reacted that way. And I have not. I mean, you didn't know about this story, so I haven't said it much. But there is a certain, segment of society that know about this story.
Do you want to share the story?
No, story as in I'm not able to sing. There's a legal issue
Some
going
songs,
on, and then I have 7 songs of mine. I'm not able to sing. So those were my precious 7, because it felt like 6 years of my life being just gala control alt delete, and then that it didn't happen that way. Kiela, somebody is telling. So and I'm trying to prove that this is how it happened.
Yeah.
By it's really silly, but it is what it is, and it has to happen that way.
Okay.
So yeah.
But once again, kudos that you bounce back and you're back in the game and you're doing really well. I mean, I saw you in Nadagam, you were nailing it, so I think
your shot was this close to flashing you at Nadagam.
Yeah, I was like, where's the bra? But I don't know.
No politics, no. I was just going to throw a name.
Smart man.
I don't know, but if you knew the chaos that was happening outside to get into the show, so it was crazy outside.
Yeah, man. And all those people want to see you.
Well, I mean, the whole team.
But yeah. Yo, he's in the podcast, man. They want to see you, bro.
No, the thing is, I always forget that. And in a way, I'm glad that I forget that also. Like, when I step out of the house, because I started performing on stage probably when I hit 29 or something. So, I was 30. So, I had lived a normal person's life most of my life. So, all this is like, I don't know, bonus. And also I feel like people are being nice to me also, which is also, I think, it comes from low self-esteem, I believe.
Yeah. So are you saying that you feel that people are nice to you only now because you're famous?
I think there is a certain segment of a certain portion of it as well.
I understand, bro. And I've come from personal experience, so not as great as you, no feet that far. But when I got to the level of modeling I got to, there were friends of mine in school who didn't even my existence did not register.
Of course.
But then you get some sort of name behind you, and then everybody wants to be your friend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. And then you're like, what was the point, man? I remember in school, you didn't even look at me.
Yeah.
All pointed and laughed. And now we're friends somehow and all that shit. So I understand.
Yeah, but the thing is, now you have to, again, you just have to be what the hell? Now this is what it is now.
Yeah.
And then, because there's no going back.
Right.
Or it's not like, unless of course you go to a foreign country or something, there's always in my case, of course in yours as well, you would always be Amanda and
right.
I'll always be Ridma, and there is a baggage that always comes with it.
Yeah.
It's not like
it's not a hard reset.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that the friends or the people that you meet afterwards are not anyway, but it's
tricky.
Not even that there are genuine people. Yeah. What I'm saying is there's a difference because they have known me. No offense to,
Yeah. No. This is
just... So you're actually not you can't be the same person.
Right. Everything changes. No,
it changes.
Perspectives change, priorities change,
absolutely.
You change.
The only thing that doesn't, that is constant is change itself. So that is,
Deep.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna ask you I'm gonna ask you a very personal question, right? And this is relating to the thing we talked about earlier. Because I went through what I went through, I started to slowly lose some bit of faith in humanity. And that was because I knew the friends who knew me when I was nothing. I do a podcast with them now. But the rest of the people, bro, who happen to become friends with me later onwards, I am waiting until something happens for you to also show that you will betray me in the future. How did you manage to restore your faith in humanity after you saw that?
I think, to be very honest, I recently also, like, these are things that I just feel probably, when I look back at certain things, I think I get that from my father. He used to always, even if the world betrays, he would still trust them.
Okay.
I
See the
think-
good in people.
See the good in people. And I want to do that, and I know I'll be conflicted, I'll be like, I still have those, I'm still human, and I still, like I know that, but deep within, I know that I'll be able to forgive or forget easily and just move on, because they are also we are just, at the end of the day, we are just some energies floating around in this humongous rock, and we are just fighting with each other and talking about ego and blah blah blah. So it's just, I'm adding a lot of layers to myself and just restricting my kind of journey spiritually or otherwise by adding layers like that.
Right.
I guess I don't know. I mean, it depends on how. Yeah, it's.
No, I understand.
Yes.
I understood exactly what you said. Basically, what happens is you take away from your own humanity every time you put a small cage saying, okay, so now if they approach you like this person is skeptical because of this, you can't trust this person because of this. But life is a lot more beautiful if you live it knowing everybody is everybody.
I know. And then I get a lot of people, you have to be careful of this person is like that, you have to deal with this person in this way, but I don't want to live in that, with that insecurity.
Right.
Because I had that, that I have had, there have been traumatic, things that have happened even before that and even afterwards. So, quite life-changing things that have happened. And each time, I think, the very next thing that make the world will collapse, or
Right.
this is the worst thing that could happen. Kiyala hitana kotama, the exact same thing happens. So several times that has happened like that. So I think I don't want to. I've given it away. I've given that fear away so that I want to just have fun and just be free and do whatever the
Live
I
in the moment,
want. Yeah, like
Live in the
go
Yeah,
nuts.
fucking man, sir.
Not to overthink.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Because it will actually just clout me.
Yeah.
It will just make me miserable more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Because I don't want, just because somebody is wearing a colored glass doesn't mean I have to look at them in that colored glass itself. I'm looking at in a different color.
Positive
Maybe
way, yeah.
I don't know, positive or negative. I don't know. Maybe again, I've been saying this whenever I talk non-stop. This can be just blabber. This can be my version. Just I'm not giving advices or anything.
Okay.
I'm just being careful.
Yeah,
I just
understood.
don't want to be this
Understood.
the person who goes and gives advice, and that sort of person. Those are also kind of comments that you get.
Or we get great
Whoa.
comments.
Yeah.
Ridhma, the advisor. Not.
What is the word?
Manifesting.
No.
No, some comment he got.
Oh, yeah. Hate. Love.
No.
Shakespeare. Camelot.
We'll get to that later.
Dragons.
Aristotle.
Socrates. Stoicism. Batman. Shit.
So, you said you started performing around the age of 29.
Yeah.
When you got on stage for the first time,
Yeah.
how did it feel? Like, did you get nervous? How did you
For
get...
singing my own songs was kind of a surreal moment. I've gotten on stage before, I guess, like several times.
For
but
singing your own songs, yeah.
yeah, that was an opportunity given by Sangeet.
Okay. So he saw you performing somewhere?
Sangeet gave that opportunity to perform with them in one of Vayu concerts.
Wire concerts, I've seen that.
Way before, two of my songs, which some of my songs are out, but it had just come up, and it had like a small cult following at that point of time on SoundCloud. That was it.
There's a YouTube video also you performing with the radio.
Yes. And that was actually before Vishinamite Kaling.
Yeah, you look very young there. 15, 14?
24.
Yeah, but how did Sangeet discover you? Like,
they've heard, they were in Aussie. The story is that they have been in Aussie on a tour, and someone in Australia, like a Sri Lankan obviously, a musician or somebody, had been just listening, had played this song in one of those settings, and then they have kind of looked for me and Charita, and kind of and then we met, and then so he happens to actually be known to our family also, because through a previous musical band that he was part of called Blue Shadows. So and then I met him at a function. I think it was a funeral, and then
You're gonna. It's gonna happen by habits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fate doesn't wait for you until you're done with the whatever it is. Yeah. Okay.
And I actually took him to my car and like showed him one of the new songs that I had at that time.
This is during the funeral. This is when like people were like, oh, yo.
hey, when you go have a dream,
Nah,
you have
When you have a dream, you have a
a
personal dream.
dream. You have a dream.
Yeah, our funerals go for like 2-3 days, so there's so much time to
True.
play cards and caramel, excel in playing all of those
Right.
games.
Yes, for sure. And show music tracks also.
So he loved it.
Yeah, of course.
So he absolutely loved it.
Yeah. And then he gave, obviously, he gave me that opportunity, and it was something new and something that I hadn't ventured into at that point of time, and it was fun.
That's a lovely story. I didn't know that whole thing. Do you have any rituals before getting on stage, or do you just, I'm going to nail this and...
Not really. Most often I'll be very stressed, or just not because of the singing, but because, not on other concerts. Most like in my solo concert that I did in December. Actually, I walked in thinking it was a sound check, because it was a run through.
Right.
Because even for that, because of some technical issues, I couldn't do a run through. But it was so easy. I think I just took a breath and just walked in, and I was like, oh, okay. And I know there was a lot of shit show going back, but then I was affected and lost some Vachanamata Guna and all that, but
it's your song.
Nobody knew.
It's your song. You can put whatever word you want. That's so cool.
It is also at this time that we had to remind people that we have a sponsor, Yoshan.
Oh yeah.
Yoshan is going to do a sponsorship endorsement. You guys, good luck. Ridba, you do judge Yoshan's endorsement. Okay.
So when Ridma walked in today, he said he's having a bad hair day. Bad hair day. So go to Raula and you'll never have a bad day.
Right? Yeah, you know what? Thanks, Rala. All right.
That should be their tagline. Never have a bad day.
Well, he put me in the spotlight. This is a story that I've told several times in the previous episodes also. I used to host for a band called Cold Sweat, right? So they told me, don't say Coldplay. And I keep practicing in my head, Cold Sweat. I get up, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coldplay. And I get down, the entire crowd goes, Coldplay, oh my God. And then the guy's like, Bacha, you got it wrong. And I go back, I'm like, Cold Sweat, guys, Cold Sweat. You can hear the whole crowd go. I'm like, you bought tickets for Cold Sweat, what did you expect?
Yeah.
Man, I got fired so fast.
Oh, you got fired?
Yeah, I've never been asked to come back again. I mean, Steve Harvey named the wrong contestant, he was called back.
Yeah. Were you called back?
I was not called.
Okay, there you go. That's the difference, Masha.
Coldplay might call you.
Hey, the nigga so Cold Sweat kiya. When you put me in the spotlight suddenly like that, I tend to say wrong things a lot. No.
You want to say a wedding story or?
All right. So, a friend of mine got married.
Married.
Right? A really close friend.
Very close friend.
Like we grew up with her. She was very caring. She looked after us.
As scary as Takshi.
Yes, very scary. So we grew up together, and then eventually she got married. But she never officially introduced us to her man because of the way we are.
Yo. Don't put me in that shit.
Because when we hang out, I tend to do stupid shit. Wedding day comes.
Yeah.
she comes up to me like, Yoshan, can you say some nice words about me and my husband and introduce us to the dance floor? I'm like, that's fine. I love doing that. So I get on stage, I get the mic. Now the entire, this is a very hi-fi wedding, all VIPs. When I say VIPs, the royal family of Sri Lanka is also there.
It's a very political
family. So the entire parliament is there, right? It's all powerhouses. There's drones flying, and it's like outdoors in water's edge. So it's like a big thing. I get on stage, I make a few jokes, and I'm like, hey, how's everyone going? La, la, la. And it's time to introduce the couple, right? So I'm, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. And I realize I don't know the dude's name.
Oh, shit.
I just look at them put the mic back on, and I just walk away. I don't know what else to do. And I come back to the table. He and my wife and a couple of other friends just laughing their ass off. And I can see the bride is looking at me from all the way, killing me. I'm like, I don't know the dude's name.
You haven't introduced me.
She's like, why did you read the invitation? I'm like, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, always happens.
It always happens.
Weddings. We're going to perform.
So now the entire parliament knows I'm the guy who forgot the name.
There's a bald guy there who doesn't know this guy's name. Yeah.
He's like, he's in the wrong wedding.
White vans in common? Or?
Sorry?
White vans in common.
The thing is, they can't take me, they need a crane also. I thought I had. It's like the white van, move on the bed. So, fan interactions. Tell us more. Do you like fans coming, taking selfies with you? Or do you like them to leave you alone? Or?
Well, I mean...
Situation-wise.
Yeah, situation-wise, honestly. No, but I don't get pissed off or anything. It's always nice. I mean, it's always a nice feeling to see how they react when they see.
Oh, like Takshi lost her mind.
Yeah, Takshi was like, oh my god, Ridhu's coming. I had to go to she did the whole face thing also. Look at that. Oh. Hi, Takshi.
Ridhma, if you could also compliment Takshi's nails, she got them done because
she got her nails for you.
Nails, Takshi.
I love this episode, dude. All right, yeah, okay. What were you saying for fans? Yeah, okay.
You do know she can terminate the show, right? Takshi's all Amanda. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice. It's always a very fulfilling feeling to honestly see the fact that you can make. All I can think of is okay, I'm making somebody smile, or I'm making somebody feel happy, or that. So taking a selfie or talking to them is honestly a pleasure. But there has to be few. I mean, I don't.
You have to be respectful, I guess. Yeah.
Huh?
And they just push you and take a picture. That's.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there have been instances where.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but there have been boundary එකක් දන්නේ නැති දැන් there have been few moments like that, but other than that, and the thing is, I don't get a lot of this is because I go like a bloody hope.
He looks like Ridhma, can't be Ridhma.
No, actually,
he has no rhythm.
Pair of shorts and so I get second kalabala, and then by that time I would have passed. Gone.
Yeah. Do you have any a terrible fan interaction?
What was the worst fan?
Yeah, the first one. We asked everyone that. This is our favorite question.
So far, Raini has had the worst.
Raini had the worst.
No, worst. Somebody came and
kissed her.
Somebody came and mouth
Ew.
Yes.
Really?
And the funny part, she was he hasn't even brushed his teeth. Something like that.
The only complaint she had was he wasn't even hot.
Fair
Oh.
What about you? Anything like that?
enough.
Do you want us to come backstage and kiss you next time so you have a story?
Yes. Sandwich. I haven't had really bad ones, but just that, ones that really tick you off when, you just don't know the boundaries. Just some of those. A bit of stalking here and there has happened. But
by girls, I hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I was thinking.
That was that one guy.
I was trying to recall, but
he of course he has both genders talking.
The DMs, yes, of course.
Oh yeah. We'll do that. What was the worst DM you got?
I have something long for you to touch.
Nah, it gets worse than that.
No, somebody just out of nowhere, just somebody that knows my history, the pre.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right.
Singing rhythm. And threw some names of some of my friends and said, like, claimed that I was in a relationship or some shit like that, and then went on a big. It was not the worst, but like it was like real proper like, you know, anger, and that was like, I was like, what did I even do? Like, you know, I didn't even have a relationship with this person.
Okay.
So, and yeah, that was just. I mean, there are. It's all nice DMs that I get.
Good, man. That's a good answer. Shit. I'll send you some of the videos I get your way.
So some people who are stalking him, they stalk him through me. So because of that, I get a few likes here and there. So thank you, Amanda. So any.
That I think most of my friends have kind of confessed that a lot of people who try to approach also get through to use that part.
Yeah, from the friend.
As well. I mean, there are genuine people as well.
Yeah, that's also true. I love y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's also.
So there was this one person who was very worried about his sexual orientation and kept asking me, is Amanda batting for the right side or left side or right side or left side or both sides? And I'm like, Amanda, he only likes men.
Thanks,
End
man.
of story. And I and him are in a very intimate relationship. Please stop disturbing us.
It shows it's your podcast.
And
That's
the
so
dude
good.
stopped messaging after that. I think he kept picturing. He was like, "Oh no, that's gross." So things that you have regretted in life, personally, and in musical, if you have anything to share,
In that, has there been something that you always wanted to do or say?
but you couldn't do or say.
Again, situation, but I don't think, again, I mean, like I said, not major regrets, honestly, because I like the way
You have
that
gone, yeah.
because I like the person that I am now, honestly, and I enjoy being this person also, like whatever the bad and the good, the yin yang, whatnot, I like who I am, and yes, there would have been ways I would have acted or reacted differently if I would have probably, but again I'll have second thoughts about it because I like who I am now, because like Poddakari and I wouldn't be this person.
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
The wrongs, the rights, everything. Yeah.
And some of your personal favorite singers of all time, local, international. Do you have anyone specific?
I'm very inclined towards the Indian side. I think I don't know. I enjoyed. I think that resonates more with me than like honestly with more than the English music
Obviously,
that I hear. But you know there are favorites as well. But
You want to shoot some names?
yeah.
These are like famous musicians or like famous like rogs sort of situation?
What's
No, musicians.
Musicians.
I'm
Okay.
talking about like singers or
Oh, okay,
like
right.
A.R. Rahman
A.R.
has
Rahman.
been a big like inspiration, or you know how a lot of Bollywood music, a lot of Bollywood songs have kind of what has happened is I've tried to imitate them and sing in their accent,
Yeah.
and then that's how I think, and that's how I've kind of got the hang of it. And even with Sinhala music, Amarasiri Piris has been a huge influence in the vocals, and he has this. I really like. I don't know. I just observed how he kind of plays around with his
voice?
vocals, and the depth and change in Eva. So I've had a lot of influence from him. A lot of influence, or even the current lot, even my contemporary, my friends like Danit, for example. Or there are small things that I learned from each of them. So as a big influence, yes, Amaradeva Master, Amar Siripiris, A lot of yesteryear artists, yes, and Rukanta is a huge influence, and I think he's a rock star, and I mean, even BNS, a lot of them. I think there's a little bit of everything that I've learned from, or just got inspired, even with the music video, even how they present themselves, or even the crazy, like dreaming big, or even that. Yeah. So yeah.
Do you ever intend to do an English song?
English song?
Yeah.
I have an English song in my album. So yeah.
What's the name of that? I haven't heard.
Finally Alive.
Is it like English, or have you brought it to an Eastern?
It's fully English.
It's in the AHA album?
It's in the AHA album, yes.
Oh.
It's not out yet, but that'll be the next song or the song after that I'll be releasing.
If you need a pretty girl to dance while you sing that song, Yoshan Saab is available.
Sorry.
If you need a pretty girl to dance in the background while you sing that,
No, we market. Don't imagine it.
With a little piece here. Oh, wow. You want viral. There you go.
What we do is we market ourselves to all singers who are making music videos that we can be a good tree and a rock.
Hello.
Yeah. So I'm the tree, you go behind the tree like, hi, and the chick goes, hi. So we market it, so when you think about us in the next episode, that's how you market a pitch.
Our department has a lot of work to do.
Hey, I make a killer tree. Just a couple of bushes that make...
It's just that when you hold Yoshan and do that part, he goes,
just don't tickle me. It's like,
that's it. That's your career done, dude. Shit.
so we're coming to the end of the podcast. Is there anything else you would like to share with us, with the audience before we close?
We're coming to the end also already.
It's already 1 hour.
Serious? Yeah. Do you feel like it?
I blame you.
What? He said he had a good time, man.
That's a good thing. Ah, okay. Yeah. Then blame me also.
Bloody tree, motherfucker.
Yeah, so anything else for...
AHA actually is an album that I've been wanted to release for the past 2-3 years, I think. But I did a concert also, but I have only released about 5 songs of it still. So because obviously journey, slow, and I took my own time and I took my pace. It was there. I needed that time to heal, and also music is a massive healing component. Yeah, component.
Yeah, it's a component.
Component. Yeah.
Dang wena, dong wena.
No grammar Nazis and him.
We'll see in the comments later. Do you have a song of yours that you personally love?
What is your favorite your song?
Your song, like
that was the question. That's what we wrote it. What is your favorite your song of all time?
What is your favorite your song? Like if you were to market yourself.
Okay. My song is not out yet.
That's the English one.
It's not out yet.
It's not out yet. No.
It's the English one.
No, it's
Shit,
not.
that was Yoshan's song, bro. Yoshan.
I mean, it's also one of the. It's in that, but.
Can you tell us the name so we can look out for it?
Or is it
It's not out yet. As of now, I think Ati Na Loki Meve is that's one of my favorites. So I've sung that song at Nadagam as well. Yeah. So it's not out yet. Yeah. So I'm planning and I'm hoping to do a killer video also for it.
Tree. We're going to nail this rock.
Nice, done. And that's that. I think from the songs that I already have, it's very difficult, obviously, to select. But if I was at gunpoint, if I had to say it, the song would be Soyava.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Soyava is one of my favorite. I think that's one song that I really miss not singing.
Okay, it's one of the 7.
Not singing. Yeah, what's with me today? Yeah, so I really miss that song and I really miss singing that. It's really close to my heart, and I hope that I'll be able to sing that again.
Hopefully.
And just a small announcement. I am doing a Hindi concert.
Yes, please tell the camera right here.
I'm doing a Hindi concert on the 16th of February called Mehfil. It's
I got you, bro. Don't worry about it.
Mehfil is happening on the 16th of February at Cinnamon Lakeside, so hope you all come there. Come on, any brand names? Give
No problem.
No problem. Done.
All
So, yeah,
right.
that's
So,
happening.
No, we're not done, bro.
even though we say we're done, ඉවරයි කිව්වට ඉවරම
ඉවරම
නැහැ.
නැහැ.
We have a small game.
Oh, can I ask one more question
Yes,
before?
please.
So, Ridma, I started moving away from men's fashion and whatnot to men's mental health advocacy in countries like Sri Lanka where you don't really get anything at all.
Yeah.
When you went through your slump, how did you manage to pull yourself out? Was it a friend who helped you out? Was it internal reflection? What exactly did you use to pull yourself out? Because I know a lot of guys go through this self-doubting phase and nobody knows how to.
Yeah, and it's become, it's not a taboo topic anymore, and I'm glad about that, and people are openly talking about it and have a bit gone overboard, I guess. But I don't think you can have a limit to that as well. It's your story to tell.
Right.
You can't judge. Yeah, so I mean, in terms of hardships or pain or trauma, I think the first thing that happened was not this one. I think that one of my closest friends, you obviously know him, Imran Bashir.
Yeah.
Yes, so I was part of the dance team, and he's one of the reasons that he's the one who dragged me to studios and got me to record songs and stuff like that as well. So he passed away. So back in 2018, just when I was kind of kicking off. That was a real big hit, because until that time I hadn't had anyone that close to me, obviously grandparents or aunts and those are, you understand, but this is something, it's a friend.
Yeah.
And someone who actually kind of
Shaped
lifted you up, like you raised me up, literal meaning was there literally. And that that safe net kind of was not there anymore, and that was a big hit, and I knew I needed the help. So I think the first thing බුදුහාමුදුරුවෝ කියලා තියෙනවා දුක තේරුම් ඉස්සෙල්ලා you have to understand that you have there is, and then only you can find the path to go and kind of sort it or take an action for it. You have to first find out that there's something is wrong. Not something is wrong, there is
The whole thing called dukkha.
Yeah, dukkha. ඉතින් ඒක ඉතින් එතකොට first ඒකෙන් පස්සේ I took all the help that I needed. I went and met therapists. I went for Reiki healing. I went for pranic healing. All the things in the world. I went to all sorts of things. I did homeopathic medication as well. I think somewhere down the line I feel that little bit of everything has helped me to kind of overcome and realize that life is such. And then when this happened, obviously I was able to maneuver myself much easier, because I had already gone. So like I say everywhere, I tell this to everyone who has this conversation about universe or whatnot, about healing as well. Like what we feel is all that growth, ups and downs are like this. It's always like this. You learn from your previous one, and then the next time you fall, it's not the same place that you fall. It's a bit higher. So you learn from that, and then you go up. So that's it. And you can feel like you have figured everything out right now, and then tomorrow you can fall.
Right.
And the it's not the lowest of the lowest that you will fall, because. But then you have to be willing to actually accept that, and then to improve yourself or heal yourself.
Yeah.
Delusionally, no, I'm okay. Men should be men. You just block everything. That's not how it's done. You have to realize that you are a human. You are just, you're a vibration. You're an energy, and then you also can have your ups and downs. And you're another emotional being. So
and you're entitled to feel those emotions as well.
You are absolutely yes, absolutely. And nobody else can say anything. Just that you can't. It becomes a problem when it affects another human. And it affects another person.
Right.
When you have your outbursts.
When you are in a bad mood, it definitely affects another person, because you are bringing that energy also. But a trip sometimes when that happen, those incidents happen, like talking too much about it, will my friends feel that I'm like a energy drainer, and that I'm like a annoying person who's always jabbering about the same thing, and just move past it. Like is that how they see it, or should I just stop? And at one point, I think I had actually kind of shut myself about it, and that was like a taboo topic that nobody talked about it. But now I'm like, fuck that shit, I'm going to talk about it, and it's part of my pain, it's part of my like healing, and it's part of who I am.
Right.
And however much like people can say, you like no, this is my journey. It's not a easy thing. I don't think anybody understands that gravity.
Yeah.
Like your journey is your journey, your story is your story. So people can resonate with it, people cannot.
Understood.
Yeah.
Good.
Just so you know, he has made a movie for men's mental health.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when
It's a
you're
short
home,
movie.
That's a
short
film.
movie. So
Lovely.
whenever you have some time, just have a look.
Yes.
We tried to
Definitely.
do the whole spreading of men to open up, because
Yeah.
we know a lot of our friends who just keep it in, and then they
Yeah.
explode.
And it just cracks.
Yeah, absolutely. And more often than not, the world is difficult right now because there's so much clutter and there's so much more negativity or bombs going off and all of that. It's all you hear. But there is an awakening, or there is this fresh. I feel like people are getting to, especially after COVID.
Yeah.
Especially after COVID, people have realized that, this is not life. This is just some stupid video game that we've just been,
It's all a simulation.
It's a simulation, absolutely a bloody matrix that we are living in.
Yeah.
And because it's a part of this this is the other topic that I should go for. Like capitalist Zionist world that we live in.
Right, yeah.
And we are just players in it. All these things, So going back to roots, and I don't know how we can reverse it because we are very much into it, but in this playground, if we can figure out a way to actually make it easy for each other to make it through this journey, and while enhancing and while healing each other, and I feel what I do I feel I'm really, really blessed, to be very honest. Whenever I feel those, when I have those downward spiraling feelings, somehow or the other, a message comes on my phone, like saying, your Sindhu ahala, and like like this, and that. Those things just honestly keep me going. This monitor, honestly, money has to be there, but I want money to actually make another creation, to be honest. That's that excitement, that's the excitement that I yearn for, I live for. Like to do more work, like to do another music video in India, which I'm actually going for.
Yeah, of course.
Or to do another concert, that kind of creative, that also can be some kind of a trip in another way, but it's Laukika trip, it's one of those trips that I'm in, but that's a lesser harmful trip, I believe, than
substance abuse or something like that.
Yeah.
We also, Amanda has a men's circle where we try to support people, men, especially only men, to speak out and talk through their emotions. So if you know anyone who needs some help, send them our way.
I think we all need. I think we all need.
Yeah, because everything you spoke about is what a lot of guys go through. That I don't know if I should share this with somebody else because they might feel that I'm a burden on them. I can't tell my parents. I'm a piece of shit.
Or people will make fun of you.
Yeah.
I mean, if this podcast was there 20 years back, when we were in school, we would have been like outcasted like nothing. At that time, it was the norm to be tough.
Yeah.
But now I think people are more open, and the times and it's difficult. The vibes are difficult. It's more cluttered. So I think we all have to share our feelings and kind of figure this journey. That's the only way out.
We're all going to the same destination.
And obviously, when I just wanted to backtrack, when you said friends, obviously there's a bunch of friends who kind of helped me. And Ridmaya, there was a bunch of people. That's how our album also has come out. So a lot of energies, a lot of people have honestly been there, and singing has helped me in a lot, in a big way, because whenever something traumatic happens and I sing in a concert or something like that, again, just to backtrack, on the day of there was another Nadagam in front of Lakeside, which is the Air Force grounds. So on the third day, my dad was in the hospital and he passed away on the third day, and I sang, and that was how actually I kind of, it was
how you dealt with the emotions.
Yeah. So I think we were innately made to actually engage in some kind of art and to kind of heal ourselves, and we've just found these desk jobs and corporate and all of that jazz, and I mean, even a business is an art, but you have to do it in an artistic way, not like just a slave drive, which is what it has become. Sorry, I'm just blabbering a lot.
No, just to add to what you said, like, I mean, I do stand up as a side gig, right? The fact that you can make someone laugh, for me, and then when I walk off stage, you should see, I don't know if he has experience, when I make people laugh, I come back, I'm so happy that I got to make someone laugh, and I understand exactly what you're feeling. The words you said just now, I felt it. The fact that these people, they came, whatever they went through, I made them happy for a moment.
Just for one, just for that.
For that bit of time, moment, you forget about life.
Even when during Imran's time, when we were doing the dance class, so for that 1 hour, there were so many people who had different walks of life, and a lot of ladies who had different problems. But they just, for that 1 hour, that was their healing, that was their joy, and that was their Zen moment. That's what I call it. The Zen, where you don't think about anything else but that.
You're presently alive.
Present, the present.
I know.
Present moment.
That feeling is insane. If you are someone who have some creativity and want to try it out, please do, because you might make someone happy out there,
And make yourself happy.
Make yourself,
Makes yourself happy.
Because that's how you heal. That's how you a person who can draw. It's very unfortunate if that person has stopped it because of another. I mean,
corporate job.
I mean, it's a big argument. We can go on forever. It's a back and forth thing, but side deke hari eka karana. It's
Rhythm, we should do an episode with you for conspiracy theories.
I love those, man.
I have a few.
I'm telling you, there are, like, world is run by some weird...
Oh, yo.
Listen, people.
Oh, yo.
Are you coming?
All right, but to conclude today's episode, we have a game to play with you.
All right, we have a game. Macha, can you pass the bowl, please?
Thanks, Takshi.
Thanks, Akshay.
Hi, Takshi. Takshi, hi. All right, so the game is simple.
Cute, but okay.
You take a shit out, whatever it says, like for example this one. The game name is Would You Rather, right? So there's 2 scenarios here. Like for example, would you drink water from this cup or would you drink water from this cup? You have to give the answer and why. But these are all weird situations. These are not real situations, okay? These are all hypothetical.
Also, if you can't read the handwriting, Yoshan wrote it.
Yeah, so I wrote it very fast.
Just translate.
I got you,
All right? So for each shit you take, one round you will go with Amanda, then I will judge who is the funnier one. The other round will go with me, then he will judge who's the funnier one. So it's like I don't know if you played Cards Against Humanity.
I have.
So
it's once or twice, but I can't remember.
Similar to that.
Okay.
All right, you take a chit, you read it, and then you tell your answer.
Yeah.
Then Amanda tells his answer. Then me, Takshi, and your friend will decide who's the funnier one.
Yeah.
Then that's the winner. Then the next round you and I. Then the next round me and Amanda. So we have 6 chits, so we go around 6 times.
And there's one dedicated just for you.
I hope you get that.
I wrote an R there. Let's give it to him.
All right, let's mix it up.
No, mix the R up. You can't
Where's the R, bro? I don't see it. I see the R.
Yeah, you see that.
All right, so you can pick the first one. Yeah.
Champion of champions.
If you can't read it, just give me the paper.
Yeah, that's the one. That kurubal thing. All your chance.
Give it to me. Let me read it.
Okay, I'll try to do that. Would you rather send a party pic to your
dirty pic?
Dirty.
Party pic.
Well, that's a great way to start. Yeah, bro, go for it.
Dirty picture of mom or dirty text describing the... Oh my God.
Please read the question for us, sir.
No.
Let me read it. And you have to pick an answer and say why.
You have to pick an answer and say why. Yes.
No. Why?
So let me read the question again. So you have to say, Amand also has to answer.
Yeah.
So first you can go. Would you rather send a dirty pic to your mom or a dirty text describing the pic to your mom? Assuming there's a gun to your head, so you have to do one.
You
or
have
two.
to do it.
You have to do it. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
I would probably just send a text and explain. That would be easier.
Why?
Very traumatic.
What about you, Aman?
Fair. Luckily, you had answered first. I had thought about this. What
You thought about it.
I had thought
You
about
had time.
Yeah. So thank you for taking so long. So what I figured was I will send the picture, and then I will blame it on a virus that someone has hacked my phone or whatever, and send that picture to her.
Why would you want to send it anyway?
Bro, there's a gun to my head. I don't know. Died up. We just started the podcast.
Honestly, I think his one was funny. What do you guys think? We have 3 judges. Takshi.
What is realistic, Tashi?
No,
Takshi, which one is funnier?
Tashi, stop blushing and tell me,
Who's the
Tashi.
funnier one? Takshi, you have to tell.
No, honestly, I think I'll give it to...
But that's realistic. We want the funnier one. That's how we play Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay. Go.
If it was me, I would have also sent the dirty picture because my mom has already seen it. There's nothing new.
Fair enough. But, I mean,
She's like, my mom, she just walks in my room anytime. It's like, I'm cleaning myself. Yeah.
I can't say that. I know, Auntie. I can't say that. Okay, I'm just going to read this. Would you rather be with a... Oh, man. Would you rather be with a blind woman who can't smell or a deaf woman who can't smell?
Blind woman or deaf woman who can't see?
what are these questions? Who writes these?
Bro!
Is it like a peek into your...
This is the shallow area, bro. All right, because I was like, Hari Machan, so
Yeah,
what?
we had this intellectual conversation.
That's the thing,
Suddenly.
right? So I was like, Hari Machan, so we generally end like this. I was like, what game am I going to play with? He's like, let's say, would you rather? I said, okay. What's the first question, Ashan? Would you rather be with a blind woman who can't smell or a deaf woman? Blind woman who can't smell. What is the situation that I need?
Okay, I have to answer, right?
I have to answer. I would be with a blind woman who can't smell.
Why?
Bro, I honestly don't even.
Wait. Okay, the question is?
Would you rather be with a blind woman who can't smell or a deaf woman who can't smell? Oh, sorry, I'll be with a deaf woman who can't smell because at least she will know, Hari, so this is shit, even if I don't smell, it's not the worst thing ever. If the blind woman can't smell, then she has to touch it, in which case I'll just feel very bad for her. So that is my answer. I'm going to hell, but fuck it. At least I answer. Answer.
Honestly, that is the same answer.
Thank God.
So my answer was also the same. Like a blind woman cannot see the shit.
Okay.
And she cannot smell it, so she doesn't know there's shit there. The woman who can see it. So she'll be like, okay, let me clean that. Because apparently we're shitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Rhythm, what will you do, Rhythm? What will you pick?
Just for fun.
I was going to, just a counter argument. I mean, blind people just don't go around and touching weird things. They have a sixth sense. They have another sense which opens if they are blind. So,
But she's
become blind.
She's twice as disabled because she can't smell either. Right? So she's not going to get it at all. She has to touch. That's what I thought. You see that shit? That's what I went through.
Alright.
This bullshit.
You can take the next one.
You're taking the next one.
Oh, they probably, if they can't smell also, they probably have those weird this thing. They could probably feel the vibe.
What, the psychic?
Alright, the next one.
This is weird.
Oh, yeah.
Very.
We just want to take things to a lighter side.
Then you can answer this one.
This is Amanda's question.
Yeah.
Would you rather use someone else's toothbrush or their dirty underwear?
Would you rather brush your teeth with someone else's dirty toothbrush and you know this bug doesn't brush his teeth? Or use somebody's dirty underwear and there are stains? Oh yeah, Takshi.
Takshi likes that word.
There are stains.
Oh, first, Rhythm, you take some time. Yoshan, ask the question.
All right, I would do the underwear because when you put it into the mouth, you have to like put it in the mouth. You just put it into the underwear, just like it's in my underwear, and.
But every part of you is touching that drag strip.
There's stains bit. I also thought like anipatta harola andina puluwan, but
this stain has gone through, Mashan.
Yeah. It's fabric.
Yeah.
But you didn't take away the option of washing the toothbrush. So I'll I'll put it in boiled water and take a while and do the
Fair.
I think he means that.
Okay, yeah, that's one.
That's one that says R. I think you should take that.
R is the question. We'll ask you anyway. You can take. Okay, so you. Okay, fine.
I was going to see it.
This is yours. You can take anything else. The R is a bonus question just for you.
Okay.
He took that.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
Do I anyway get it? Okay, I'll just do it.
Okay, you got that.
Would you rather violently?
Pass the question, Mashan. I'll get it for you.
Violently, yes. Sick.
Would you rather?
Would you rather get violently sick on stage, Ridma, during one of your performances? Nadagam 2025 is happening right now. All right. Okay. Would you rather get violently sick visibly violently sick? Like this the underwear is now your underwear, right? Would you rather get violently sick, but you still have to perform, or what's the other part of it?
Or
wardrobe malfunction.
You're having a terrible wardrobe malfunction.
No one
tells you
until you watch the video.
I'd rather have a.
Bro, there are small kids there. A part of you is out.
Yeah. I'd rather have the the malfunction. I'll make a new fashion trend going on.
Paris 2025 Olympics done.
What about you?
Well.
So the next time everybody comes to Nadagam, they'll be putting some part of their themselves out and coming.
That's the Ritma look.
Would I rather be violently sick?
While you're on stage, while you do your catwalk.
Wardrobe malfunction seems like the smarter choice.
The thing is, when this guy goes for a fashion thing, he doesn't eat. So when he pukes, also nothing comes out. He's like, yeah.
It's just dry heaving at this point.
He doesn't even drink water.
Why is that?
To get the muscles.
Yeah, so basically it's that whole water dieting or water fasting, whatever it is. So you get rid of all the water in your body. Mm-hmm. So when I was doing the bodybuilding thing too, Ridma, what you do is for like closer to a week for taking part, you up the intake of water. So I think we started at like 4.5 or 5 liters. Then you bring it down to 4.5 or 4. Then you bring it down to 3. Then you bring it down to 2. And then, bro, it's like 0.5 and 0. Right? But that way, what your body, from what little I know, your body starts flushing out water.
Okay.
So it removes all, like this layer of water that you have in your skin. It goes, and
it's
on top
not
of
good for you, right?
It's terrible for you. People get kidney failure, I think.
But you look good.
And then on top of that, they give you diuretics, so you pee out more as well. So you're drained, bro. Like you are the most veiny person there.
Is this like how the fashion industry?
Not the
bodybuilding.
This is bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding.
For fashion, I do it because for that bit of it, that level of water that generally masks everything, it's reduced. But for the bodybuilding thing, bro, like Ridma, I can't remember much of that day, right? Because we want such little food and such little like water. So how it works, Masha?
Bodybuilding, I thought. Like, shouldn't you be eating?
Not for the contest.
Not for the contest. On the contest day, you don't.
For the contest,
to show the outlines and all.
Yeah, to show how ripped you are, basically. There is a preliminary that happened for us opposite BMICH. There's I think the Gamini something hall. No. BMICH opposite BMICH. Yeah, the Gamini hall thing. Ethana, bro, you get about 40 people, right, who are all trying to outpose the other one, and there's like a judge panel there. It's chaotic as fuck. And then from that, they will make a selection. And they will pick, I think, 10 or 12 or something. And this is all island. Like, people will come from wherever.
They're all in their man thongs.
Yeah. And they're all, there's some guy who's just like...
Oh, yeah, that's the only part I loved. So one dude is like rubbing him like, Macha, no homo. Macha, no homo. Macha, no.
Bro.
And rubbing oil.
Yeah, they had to like tan you or whatever it is,
Yeah,
right? Bro. And after that, like, what the guy who was training what Ganush would do is, before you go up on stage, and you have to go up a couple of times, he will give you a sip rhythm of Red Bull, and he'll get you a tea bun that you'll have that entire day, just that. And he'll give you a small piece of that. Kapang, bipang, pala, do the pose, oh, and then lie down somewhere. And dude, I think after the preliminaries, Yoshan came.
Okay.
And I was in Yoshan's car. Bro, I can't remember, dude. I can remember getting up, going on stage, posing and thinking, wow, these lights are really bright. Then I came back down, I lied down, I can't remember. So, and through that, bro, like I won, right? For my height class, I won physique. And for bodybuilding, all island, I came 9th or 8th, I think 9th.
So the criteria is when they come on stage, they'll say the number and the crowd has to cheer.
Oh,
the guy who gets the most.
That's the vote base.
Yeah.
That is how they like pursue judge. Like you have to be in shape for sure, but also depending on the popularity, you might get something as well.
I lost my voice for 3 days, man.
Bro,
I was
this guy.
grieving.
This is that friend group I said, right? So this guy Rashali, Satish, and like this is the first time Satish is saying these numbers out loud also. So
you have to scream the number out.
Oh, yeah.
They have a number on that.
You have to keep going and on and on and on and on. Right? Harimal was the little thing I had here in my tongue.
The number in single.
Right? Yeah. And so you pose. And that posing also, you have to be aesthetic about it.
Yeah.
And you have to be pleasant to look at. So you can't do that. Right. So you have to look like you're having a good time, even though you can't see much. What I remember the lights. I remember the guy who won the bodybuilding thing, bro. Like, what they do is also, Hari, you know you're not a part of like the top 3 because they'll count 3 people and the rest of you are like at the back. But the guy who won Machan, right? His calves, Bridman, his calves here was the size of my head. And I was thinking, fuck, how do I possibly beat that shit? But yeah, man, that's the whole bodybuilding thing. That's some bit of modeling as well, but more serious than bodybuilding. And people die on the shit.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You get a lot of fitness.
But is it like a norm? Or
it's not only a norm, Machan. It's almost a prerequisite that for you to take part in a bodybuilding competition, unless it's a natural one, but apparently there are ways of like bypassing that also, that you are on some sort of PED, which is like an enhancement drug. And basically it's a monetary thing.
Must?
It's like this, right? They don't want to come and give you a prize saying, oh, nee, at least this bugger didn't take it. You're the idiot who didn't take it. Everybody else is on it.
True.
So it's that. If you want to win, this is it.
Do you want to do bodybuilding?
Hey, Rhythm, come Rhythm.
Rhythm, we'll cheer your number.
Clearly you want to win even if I no, too lazy to be that dedicated to something.
Alright, we have 2 more questions. We'll ask one because it's almost time to go home. I have to buy my laundry stuff. Yoshan, you pick one.
Would you rather drink...
Yeah, you can ask him.
Would you rather drink a cup of sweat or a bowl of hair?
You have to eat a bowl of hair or cup of sweat. But
Sweat any day.
From somebody you know, Ridva. Huh? From somebody you know.
Not your own.
Not my own.
Yeah, not your own.
Yeah, I think a cup of sweat.
Yeah.
Actually.
Why? Because it's easier to go down the throat.
Yeah, and you can forget about it. You don't have to choke on it. And then something will come out and you will see what comes out. Like that will still be some kind of...
I still feel if you take it as a shot, it'll come back out the same way it went back in. You go, oh.
Yeah. But not the bowl of hair. Come on, that will be a very...
Imagine like halfway through eating the hair gets stuck in your teeth like that. It's like this still thing.
I can't believe you're talking about...
Welcome to the That's So Bro podcast, bro. We're done running.
All right, so that was the last question. I hope you had fun.
Yeah.
And
my IQ.
It went this way. You know how you said in life, Mata, we go like this?
Yeah.
It's never this rhythm. It's now,
You're
welcome.
Find another.
So we do this little fun games with everyone who comes.
Yes.
We try to be creative and we try to be as gross as possible.
Yeah. Well done on that.
So thank you for coming. I hope you had a good time.
Yes, I did. Thank you for having me. I've watched obviously other podcasts and I've found it interesting and it's a nice chat, and I felt very comfortable as soon as I think when the camera was on, I was more nervous more than I was blabbering away. Like as soon as I walked in, the vibe is good. So yeah, I like it.
And
thank you.
Want to wish you all the best for your album release and your upcoming show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Anything from your side? Sponsor. So once again, to remind you that this episode was sponsored by
Rowler.
You tell now. I told the last.
No, Shan, this was last time.
Sponsored by Rowler.
Right.
If you want to have a good day of hair day great, you know where to go.
Thanks, Rowler.
End up with a ball hanging out.
And with that, we are going to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode. That's so, bro.